Where are we going?
This week or right now?
Right now.
Starbucks!
Coffee.
It's the only way to start this line. Oh, man. All right, so we are on our way to CES 2018, my 5th year going to a CES, but this time it's gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna be covering some really interesting stuff, not just PC, but you guys have been saying you want more car videos and stuff, so we're gonna be branching out a little bit here, and we are doing a thing with BMW as well. We're gonna be doing some track stuff on Friday. We're gonna be doing some autocross and drift stuff on Thursday, and we're gonna be talking to the folks over with Gran Turismo and their new GT VR setup in collaboration with BMW. So we're gonna be doing some car stuff as well as tech, wandering around the convention center floor to try and see if we can find some weird things. I'm out on a mission to find what's weird and new. So you know what though, we gotta go meet up with Brian, who's already out there. We're gonna see if, well, I don't know, a couple of idiots can't make something happen this year. Let's have some fun.
Thank you. I'm not durable, but I shaved.
This is the hail of a vlog camera. It's probably so out of focus right now. And we are at the Corsair suite here at CES 2018, and we're going to look at a few new things that are very gamer-oriented, some updates to some existing products, and even a new product like we're looking at right here. It's a Carbide Spec Omega. This is Corsair's attempt at getting into more of a more affordable chassis market. You guys know Corsair has a pretty wide range of cases, but the Spec Omega comes in at about $100, and it's got some pretty neat features. It's got tempered glass, 360mm radiator support, full-length graphics card support, and it really kind of gives people a interesting looking case without costing too much. It's even got this integrated case lighting on the front. Unfortunately not RGB, you can't change the lighting color. And the color that you get on the light, it's gonna be dependent on which model that you get. And right here they're showing we've got a red and black version, we've got a white and black, and then the black on black. So with the black case and the red case you get the red light, and with the white case you get the white. Hopefully we'll see an RGB version of this in the future, that way you can at least change the color with your future builds. But unfortunately, the light loop fans that you see in here are not included with this case, which would have made it an outstanding value, but they just got that in here showcasing you know, what it would look like. But something else we also have in here is one of their new coolers, which is the H150i Pro, which is a 360mm RGB with the ML bearing fan. So it's not the RGB fan, it's a maglev bearing, which is actually something I've been using in my personal bigs, extremely quiet. It's one of those things where they're trying to get you a lot of performance with as quiet as possible, and that's what they're aiming to do here with the new 150 and 115i Pro, which is a 280mm version of the same cooler. Now, if we're talking about cases, we've got something else to take a look at over here as well. Fans of Corsair are probably very familiar with the Obsidian series. Way back when, one of my first high-end builds that I did personally was my 900D. What we have right here is the new Obsidian series. They're kind of relaunching the line, and they're starting it here with the 500D. Now, pricing on this is anticipated to be about $149. We've got two different versions here that we're looking at. And keeping with the Obsidian series tradition, there's a lot of brushed aluminum. There's a lot of aluminum on this chassis. But what's new for kind of the Obsidian series here is the tempered glass. It's got a hinge door right here, which just shuts magnetically. There's no tools required to open this. We've got a brushed aluminum cover on the top right here. This is actually not a toolless removable panel. So I would have liked to see that maybe have some sort of a ball mount on there to just pop off easily for cleaning, but that does not simply pop off. But on the front, we have this brushed aluminum cover. Again, it does not swing open or anything, but we have plenty of gap right here on the side to let air into the front of the chassis. Both the doors swing open, as you can see. So there's not going to be any issues with choking off the inlet of this chassis. But over here, we have kind of a special one-off version they're showing. This is the, I'm going to call it a triple tempered glass panel. We've got two tempered glass panels. We've got this gorgeous tempered glass front panel, which is a curved panel. Curved tempered glass is just so elegant. But as you can see, we're also showing off here some light loop fans that are obviously RGB fans. But this is what an Obsidian chassis theoretically would look like if you built it out with all of Corsair's DIY and build it yourself components. Obviously, we've got a lot of light and stuff going in this, but this is an amazing chassis at the $149 price point. Now, we'll probably see the Obsidian series grow as time goes on. They're sort of relaunching it. So you can expect it to probably scale up from here in terms of size, but this is the entry point into the Obsidian cases. So this right here is the lap board. This is a successor to the lapdog we saw a few years back. But what's pretty neat about this is it's got a couple of new products here from Corsair. So this is the K63 wireless mechanical Cherry Red or Cherry MX Red switch keyboard. It snaps right in here. This is more of a shell that you can put your accessories in, which is perfect for home theater PCs. My upstairs living room that you guys have seen that set up, this would be perfect and ideal for that. It also does indeed have a cord as well, so you can plug it in if you want to charge it, obviously. Battery life on this is about 14 hours continuous use based on its current setup and the 50% brightness on the LEDs. It's not an RGB though, in order to keep the power consumption as low as possible. It does only come in a blue LED right now. There's a special edition, kind of an ice blue, that's designed to go with their Corsair One. But this right here is the, and I always forget the name of this. This is the Dark Core RGB, and there's also an RGB SE mouse. These are wireless mice. They've got 2.4 gigahertz band that it communicates with its own dongle. Now in terms of response time, because gamers obviously care about response time, on the mouse it's a 1 millisecond response time on both its wireless dongle and when it's wired, and on Bluetooth it's about 7 milliseconds. So that makes it perfect for if you're connecting it to a laptop or something just for the sake of using it as a wireless mouse. But if you want to get real serious, you use the dongle, you get your 1 millisecond response time. Now there's also the SE, which will charge on the Qi, which is the MM1000 mouse pad, which is kind of a multi-function. It's got USB pass-through. It's even got wireless charging capabilities up in the corner. You move the mouse off to the side when you're not using it. It charges through the mouse pad, no plugs required. But the cool thing is there's also some adapters that you can use to plug into your personal wireless devices, either Android or even Apple, similar to the early NFC wireless stuff that we saw a few years back, where you can set your device on the mouse pad as well and charge that while you're gaming, doing your work, or whatever. So this is a really neat solution here for if you're looking at having your wireless peripherals either in an HTPC environment or just wireless gaming. That's obviously not everything that Corsair has to show at the suite, just a couple of things that I found really interesting. To learn more, guys, head over to Corsair.com. As always, a huge thank you to our sponsor for the show, EVGA. Check out what they've got going on here at CES 2018. We're going to go see what else we can find. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.